Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Bong Yong for anyone who is just joining me for the first time on this platform. I have just one message for today, really, and it is to encourage people to go to counseling. Whether you're single or married, it doesn't matter. Nobody knows it all, nobody is perfect, nobody has all the solutions to every problem. And I am speaking again from experience. I have been single, I have been married, I have been separated. So, having experienced all of these different types of relationships, embracing my singleness, embracing marital life, I want to say whether you're single or married, it is good to go to counseling from time to time. We go through education, really, working really hard, seeking to gain qualifications so that we can have jobs. And even before you get employed at any job, what happens? You get to train, and the employer has to see that you're able to do that job before they give you the job. So if we come to think about marriage, marriage is a lifelong commitment. And so a lot of people get into marriage without premarital counseling. And from experience, I want to advise. I am advising any single person, if you're young and you have someone you're courting right now and you're thinking seriously about marriage, don't be blinded by the fact that you're in love. Go seek counseling. Seek marital counseling. Talk about different things. Talk about your finances. Talk about family. Talk about your relationship. Talk about your likes and dislikes. Talk about your moods. Just talk about what makes you tick, what makes you smile. Talk about everything. It is that important, but we ignore it. And nowadays, people just fall in love within days, within weeks. They're getting married. Try not to do that. Now, some people might tell me they take their time before they get married to know each other, and sometimes they live together for long. To live together still doesn't resolve the problem. You might know the person, but you still need counseling, professional people to advise you on how to manage certain things. And in our culture, of course, men are always very reluctant to go to counseling, and I don't really see why, because it's not like anybody is perfect. Men think that if they go to counseling, they're showing a sign of weakness, as if they cannot deal with their problems. And I'm just telling you, if you're doing that, one, it is pride. Two, you're not helping yourself. And three, you're not helping your relationship. And I want to just throw in that sometimes you might be going to counseling when only one partner really wants to make the marriage work and the other is not as interested in making it work. You will find out. By the time you start going to counseling, you will know whether your partner is as engaged and as serious about making the relationship work as you are or not. And if you do not try to do this, then again, you're setting the stage for failure. And I would advise that for those who are married, when you're going to counseling, it shouldn't only be because you've got a problem. Don't wait until you have problems to go to counseling. Even when things are fine, just go. Go and talk about what's going on well in that relationship and what you should continue to do to sustain it. The problem sometimes is that there's a lot of deception in relationships. And so perhaps even right from the beginning, someone may not have been with you for the right reasons, but they made you think that they were in love with you. And so you're in there investing your time and your energy in that relationship, but that person is just having a laugh and playing for time. Don't you worry. Go to counseling, just do the right things, always do your best. And sometimes your best will not be good enough, but just do your best. Hopefully, you go to counseling and all will reveal itself in time. Most of the times, counseling works and it helps. Some of the times, it might not end the way you expected, but embrace it and look for the positives. Now, if you happen to be separated, I would advise that you still go to counseling. And I really want to share this because after my separation, I didn't really feel that I needed counseling. But because every now and then, it still plays on your mind psychologically, and I just wanted to clear myself. So I decided to go to counseling. And I'm sharing this just to say it's not a sign of weakness. You're working on yourself, is for your own sanity. And so I chose to go to counseling, and I was glad I did it because it helped me dig deep. And I tried to look at where I may have contributed to the problems, even when I knew I was doing my best, but I dug right deep and tried to evaluate my own self and my actions. And I was really pleased with the outcome. And after 4 sessions, my counselor actually told me that she didn't think I needed it unless I wanted to continue coming. And she felt like I was counseling her instead, and she was gaining more from me. So I want to say, unless I had gone, I would not have known I was in such a good place. But it made me feel better. So this is especially for those who are married. Please try and go to counseling so that even if things don't work out in the end, you will know that you tried your best. So that's the message. And especially this message is especially for you men who are usually reluctant. Please don't feel weak. Don't feel reluctant. Don't feel like you're a loser. In fact, if you want your marriage to work and you married for the right reasons and you loved your spouse, and this goes for both men and women, then seek counseling. Seek counseling. I know there are professional counselors online. You will have some, and in churches you have marriage encounter, you have family time. There are so many different types. If you don't know where to go, ask and speak to someone. So that was the main message for today. It just kept coming in my spirit to encourage couples to go to counseling. Marriage is under attack, and I continue to speak to friends and couples, and my heart breaks. My heart breaks. There are so many problems that couples encounter, some of which I'll be talking about in a couple of videos, but it's not one person's problem. And it's not about blaming one another. Let's each just look within ourselves and see what we can change and what we can do to help and support our relationships. All right. I wish you all the very best and hope you heed to my advice. Remain strong, be thankful, keep praying, keep smiling, and God bless.